juga.
Blanca. See a couple flowers on it and fruit. This is the Jabuticaba that gets the biggest leaf. It's the biggest foliage. The record for the biggest foliage. Makes green fruit like the white Jabuticaba, but it's a little bit bigger than your typical white Jabuticaba. There's a couple flowers on it. Here's a Eugenia, a Grimachama. It's got an interesting foliage. It says the variety. Grimachama. I like how they have everything labeled. Literally everything. We'll have to walk on that back path before we leave. Here we go. This is something I'm not familiar with. You're sure? Very fuzzy foliage. Don't see any fruit now, which kind of looks like that solanum that we use for wheat stock on the iguana. Don't see any fruit there. That'd be nice. This, I think it makes it edible little fruit. It's some kind of Yersiaria. Very interesting. Look how tiny those little flowers are. Look. Yeah. See a couple more. I'm probably not supposed to pick the fruit here, but looks like a yellow ginberry. I love the foliage. I was just thinking this is like such a cool bonsai. And it looks like it would be super prolific. Look at all those little flowers. Just everywhere. So I just looked it up and they are edible. And I just tasted one of these little guys and they are so freaking good. The skin is very resiny, a little latexy, and it has like a minty flavor. The skin, it's kind of strong, but the flesh, the pulp, is so good. And it's like a little bird food, but I think it's a very beautiful tree. It's got the nice peeling bark, and I think as a bonsai, it's amazing. Very nice botanical garden. Definitely one of the most beautiful ones I've ever been to. I think there should be a couple more trees out in this grass. Not gonna lie, that kind of scared me.
Making a fruit.
It's called a rickrack cactus.
A rickrack fruit. And they're really thin. Thin cacti. Cool.
Apparently at this botanical garden there's over 4,000 species of plants that are native to Brazil. Oh, look at this. Variegated. It's like the butterfly tree I have, but variegated. That's so cool. Look, there's a butterfly on it. Flying moth. Variegated. Oh, is this variegated toilet paper plant? Whoa. Dang, I want that, yo. I don't have no pruners on me. Variegated blue spur flower. You can see this Garcinia from the pathway. Not sure what kind. It just says Garcinia SP. Maybe this isn't a Garcinia. Very interesting foliage. And no label. Oh, here's some kind of Myrcea. Probably Frigipi. It has a label. Let's see what it says. Yep, Frigipi. Myrcea Frigipi. I love this one's foliage. Kind of weepy and it's beautiful. Never seen that one before. I've heard that one. Pretty attractive foliage. No fruit though. There's stuff hidden everywhere in here. You could come here a couple times and probably find stuff you didn't find before. Another Eugenia I'm not familiar with. No flowers or fruit. Oh, this is very here. I like that foliage a lot. Unfortunate, no fruit. Another Eugenia here. No fruit again. A lot of these plants are probably in a little too much shade, so they're not fruiting so good. I'm not familiar with this one, but it probably makes some kind of edible fruit. Eugenia, and I've never heard of. I would guess that this is a Myrcearia as well, but there's no label, no flowers.
Is that the label?
Oh, maybe this is the label and it got broken. I guess they're calling it a Eugenia. I don't know if it goes here or not. Maybe. Campopanacea. There's a lot of these varieties. Me and Andrea, we got to taste some of them. They're pretty good. Interesting. Oh, there's some flowers on it. Right above you right here. Couple flowers, but no fruit. Something edible, but none of the fruits are ripe. Oh, this is the one we collected. I think they're calling, we're calling it fern leaf guava. Or no, this is the one that Adam has. We don't have this one. This is different than the fern leaf. Adam, I know, has these trees that are fruiting for the first time now. Very attractive, loaded with fruit, but none are ripe. Or I would collect a couple seeds. We found the fruit on the ground. I'm just gonna pluck a couple seeds out of here. Not too many. I'm not too worried about collecting this one. I know somebody who already has it fruiting. It's pretty cool. Annona I'm not familiar with. A nice open flower. That smells so good. I can smell it from a distance. It's called Outer Campo. Oh, the beach sugar apple. Annona salzmania. But this one has a much smaller foliage than the one I've seen in the United States. There's no fruit on it, but that's a big tree. There's a cool Eugenia. This almost looks like the dwarf botanga a bit, but I'm not familiar with it. I don't see any fruit. Kind of looks like cocoa time. Here's another very interesting Eugenia. They're calling it Pitanga peluda or Eugenia acuta. Not sure if I'm saying it right, but look at that flower. So interesting. No fruit, just flowers. It's got a nice foliage though. I like that one a lot. There's stuff just literally packed in everywhere. Here's some kind of cool Annona. They're calling it graviola, but it doesn't look like a soursop. calling this cinnamon. Some kind of cinnamon. Get some cinnamon hints in there. This is some kind of like sapodilla. Maybe it is a sapodilla or it's just a sapodilla relative, I don't know. There, some kind of Eugenia. Doesn't look like a Eugenia at all. A lot of stuff down there. Ooh, here's a nice big, it's either Bronca or just the white Jabuticaba. It's a good sized tree. The label's knocked over. Not sure. I think this is just your typical white, your Ariana. Very beautiful. Another Jabuticaba here. This looks different than Sabra. It's got a label. Let me check it real quick. They're just calling it Plania cauliflorum. So I guess it's Sabra, but it looks different. Here's another Murciaria. They're calling it no fruit. This could be like a kombucha here. Probably just these two. They're calling it Murciaria glazoviana. This is not a... Oh, they're calling it the Cabindula gigantic. So maybe it is a yellow Jaboticaba and it just makes a huge fruit. I don't know. I don't think so though. Here's another Jaboticaba over here. They're calling this one Plania Ariana, and this one, I bet money, is the watermelon Jabuticaba. I can tell by the leaf. That's not the Ariana. So clearly not everything is labeled correctly here. Some of the stuff is a little different. I guess it says he started collecting plants in 1999. Interesting. Oh, they have this area blocked off. I wanted to get in here. I've seen on the other side of the fence there's tons of rare stuff, very big stuff too. But it doesn't look like they let you in here. I'm calling this Basidium. If somebody asked me, I would say this is a Murciaria or a Jabuticaba. Oh man, we can't get in there. There's so much rare stuff. Not a lot of fruit ripe right now, but it's still cool just to see all these plants that I've never seen before. Some kind of Fruteria.
Fruteria.
Small little leaf guava. Very beautiful. Kimbuitinga. Interesting. Another Eugenia. Another Eugenia there. We're calling that one Gayapu cauliflora. Kind of looks Grumachama here, though. Eugenia astringens. attractive plant. I wonder if it makes something edible. That's a little weed. Eugenia, I've never heard of this. It's got flowers on it too. It's called Florist Eugenia. Zoom in on some of those flowers up in there. Super interesting. It's another kind of Eugenia. Never seen before. Another Eugenia here. I think I've seen this foliage before, but I'm not familiar with it. No fruit, no flowers. Oh, I actually do see a couple flowers. They're yellow. Now they just... They're calling it Colinia cauliflora, but it's not a regular Jabuticaba. It's definitely different than Sabra. No fruit, I don't think it's ever flowered. It's planted in a lot of shade. There's so much stuff to look at here, it's crazy. Around here. Let's see. Wow, it's actually a really good flavor, mango. That's good. Eugenia spicosa. Not familiar with that one either. Baby Jabuticaba over here, let me look at it. They're calling it something I've never seen. A little guy too. I'm gonna walk this way because I see a Jabuticaba. They're just calling it Colinia cauliflora again, so I guess it's just another Sabra. I don't know. Here's grandifolia. Colinia grandifolia. You know, that's got a really big leaf on it too. Whenever this one pushes new growth, the new growth is fuzzy. But I love that. That's beautiful. It's got a little bit of sooty mold on it. Here's a really interesting Eugenia. Never heard of the name. Check this foliage out. So interesting. I don't see any flowers or any fruit, but I'm attracted to this plant. I like it. I wonder what these are. If anybody knows what these are from that leaf right there. It's a cool foliage on that one. Imperial something. There's a Eugenia. Not sure how to see Looks like a Cattleya guava or a cocoa plum. Here's a spongius. Planted in a lot of shade. No fruit that. Oh, what's this one? Sidium Cattleya. There's a Cattleya guava. But foliage here. Foliage is bigger. I would guess that's probably the strawberry one. But it's got a big leaf. Probably because it's planted in a lot of shade. This looks like a new area. Let's see what the tag says. Eugenia, huh? It almost looks like the dwarf vexator. What's that? Adam really. What's they calling them? Oh. There's a cool Eugenia. Look at that part. Could sell this thing as a rainbow eucalyptus. That's so beautiful. And they're calling it Eugenia Letona. I don't know how to say it. Check out this foliage stuff. Very beautiful. It's a big tree too. Not a flower or fruit in sight though. Some really cool palms. I like that one, it's like purple. And those fronds are massive. Those are very common in Florida. And this is just like all the succulent and cactus area. There's a succulent and cactus book that Harri Lorenzi wrote too. Just dedicated to those. So we've seen almost half this place. Let's go check out the other half. I'm really attracted to this one. I don't think it makes anything edible, but there is a Eugenia right here. Eugenia Springeli. That one's not Eugenia Springeli. They're calling it Martina. I think this is that one Eugenia we've seen over there. Look at those flowers. Actually, I think this might be falling from another tree. But there's actually a lot of them, so I don't know. No fruit, but really attracted to this. That is beautiful. I'm gonna walk this way. Rosemary bush. Yo, they're growing this weed that I hate. Look at this. I knew it was from Brazil. But this is a weed that I'm in constant battle with at every nursery I've ever worked at. Look at that. Oh wow, this is so soft.
It's like lamb's ear.
Oh my gosh. It's one of the softest leaves I've ever felt. I want a blanket made out of them. And then this one, Iboza, related to sage. dead end. They're growing some ginger. Check out that ginger coming out of the ground. We call this one dollar wort. Here's another sugar piece. This is a very big sugar piece here. Not seeing any fruit or any flowers. But this thing is taking this full sun. It's beautiful. In Brazil, it doesn't get as hot as in Florida, so a lot of these plants that can't take the full sun in Florida, they can take it here if you're giving them adequate water. Something that Adamar taught us. Ah, this is the Eugenia patanga. This is supposed to be the dwarf patanga. This thing has to be like freaking 20 years old at least for it to be this big. There's some flowers on it. Look. It's got some nasty stink bugs on there. That's the biggest one I've ever seen there. These things can flower at like 6 inches tall.
What you got?
It's not Sabra. They're calling it this. Clearly, it's a Jabuticaba.
Fruits on the ground. Big tree.
I think I got one of the last fruits on it. Let's go ahead and do a taste. It's pretty good. Get some of that, Andrea.
Very good.
It's not bad. Look at that big one out there on that branch. Oh man. That's a big boy. Way bigger than the one I just ate. I wonder what variety this is. Let's show off the foliage a little bit. If anybody has a guess, we'd love to hear it. I'll take a couple of these seeds just because it's interesting. We got a couple seeds. Okay. Trying to clean some of these seeds off. There's a really cool annona over here that I've never seen before. And there was a perfectly ripe fruit, so we're about to actually get to taste it too. Pretty exciting. Here we go, right here. So, this tree is just absolutely loaded. This fruit is beyond ripe. Let's just go ahead and do this. There's really not that much flavor. But here, let's pick this one, because this one's better. There was a perfectly ripe one. There looks really good. It'd be nice to pick. Here, to show these off though. Very prolific. Fruit in multiple stages, and look, I just seen flowers. Look, it's still flowering. So, very prolific. Alright, let's walk a little bit more. There was a couple species that we already walked through here, but we were talking with people, so we didn't get this stuff on video. There's a couple cool species in here. We'll walk by them real quick. So, Eugenia here. No fruits, no flowers. Taguensis, the dwarf Grumichama. Nice big acerola cherry here too. Check this acerola cherry out. It's pumping out fruits right now. Here you go, Andrea, get some vitamin C. Doesn't look like there's any worms. This acerola tastes different too. And it definitely has a different foliage than what I'm used to. Let's get a couple more of these. They're good, aren't they? You like this variety?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a couple more. Mm. Mm-hmm. This Annona really doesn't have much flavor at all. Check that out. It's mellow. I'm sure it's good for you. Very, very prolific fluter.
Fruiter. Achiote. The lipstick plant. It's like paint.
It's a nice red hybrid here. It's got flowers on it, but no fruit. It's a very nice area in here. Oh, here's a gardenia. Love the smell of these. Andrea, smell that gardenia. That's beautiful. You should pick one of those and put it in your hair.
Oh wow, that smells like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So good. There was a cool Eugenia over here that my homie Adam grows. Let's see, show it off real quick. I didn't check it for any fruit. I need to. There you go. I love this one. Just the foliage. It's like a little bonsai tree. But no fruit on it, fortunately.
Look at the palm.
Okay. We're about to start heading up out of here. Got their greenhouses in there. Not too much more to see in this place. This has flowers on it. A couple open flowers. See some fruit set in there, but no fruits to eat. This is a Eugenia I just walked by. No fruit on it, unfortunately. So ailments, medicinals, therapeutics, ritualistics.
Condiments.
Yeah, condiments.
Bug repellents, ornamentals, industrial.
We walked through there. It's a bunch of herbs.
They do have a lot though.
Yeah, they do. This is definitely one of the most diverse botanical gardens we've ever been to, for sure. Whoa. Covered in flowers. Man, I wish there was some fruit to try on that one. Beautiful. You can see some open flowers too. Super unique. So, I'm not gonna walk that way. I think I'm gonna cut right through here. See some stuff that we didn't see before. They look like Eugenia or Jabuticabas over here. So we just found some Eugenia spicosa. We have 2 fruits here. These ones were on the ground, so they were tree ripened. A lot of fruit on this tree, but none are ripe. Let's go ahead and get a taste. Whoa. Super unique resin. Not very good at all. You don't like it at all?
You can't eat it. It's just skin.
It's just skin, pretty much.
It's literally just skin.
The seed is huge.
Can't eat it.
Let's go check out a couple more trees around here. Wow, that was cool. Eugenia spicosa. Not very good. They're growing a cool variety of bitter melon. Check that out.
All these little trellises.
It's an interesting variety right there.
This one got damaged.
Okay.
But it's still good to eat. You want one?
Yeah, I'll take one. Tell them what part's edible.
The red part. Don't eat like the seed. You just pick around the red part.
It's like a little skin that comes off the seed.
Like that.
There's the seed. And also the orange is not edible either.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a very sweet flavor.
Kind of peppery.
Yeah. What are these?
Passion fruits.
Oh, well, they're ready. They're ripe.
Let's try one of these unique passion fruits out.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a little mini variety.
Tell us how the flavor is, if it's sour.
Okay. It's so sweet.
So sweet.
There's no tart. It's literally not tart at all.
Let me get a little taste.
Wow.
You want to pick a couple of those for our bag? I don't like the flavor. It's not sweet at all.
What? You don't like it?
I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't like it, no. Okay. Another kind of passion fruit, no fruits on it. Another passion fruit there, no fruit. Not much else here. Cool palm. Yeah, that passion fruit left a funky flavor in my mouth.
But
Here's
it's
a
not
cool
tart at all.
guava, some kind of cat-like guava, and it's loaded with fruits. You can't really see them. Oh, it's a lemon.
It's still a lemon guava, yeah.
What about that one on the ground? Is that one okay to eat? Will you open it for me? I love cat-like guavas.
I don't think so.
Any worms in there? Looks good. Let me get a taste. You won't like it. It's fermented. That was fermented. Good for your gut. Some pre and probiotics. A lot of diversity here. It's an interesting flower I've never seen.
Bird nest.
Wonder if I found a bird nest under this palm tree. A lot of palms here. All right, you about ready?
I think we've seen a lot. Not everything, but it's just too much. And
Botanical tuba here.
a lot of these aren't edible, but a lot of them also are, so.
Big Botanical tuba bush.
Pretty satisfied.
Me too. I think the coolest one I tried was that little Musieria fruit that was like orange.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
It looked like a ginberry. Also that one Jabuticaba that I tasted.
Well, I hope that you guys could learn something from this video. I hope that, I don't know, you just saw some new plants that you've never seen before. And yeah, stay tuned. This botanical garden, the Harri Lorenzi, completely epic. If you're ever in Brazil, definitely check it out.
It's definitely a lot of seeds you guys can potentially collect from here. And just from this video, I hope that you learned some stuff, maybe about the foliages, and we talked a lot about the eugenias, and yeah, that's about it, guys.